Hi, so my name is Kiana Mitchell, and today I will be presenting our research experiment, which was a study on the effect of wind speed on birds of prey at Wagner's Gap, Pennsylvania. Many factors can impact a bird's migration patterns. Wind speed, weather, visibility, biome, and vegetation can all impact how a bird migrates and where to. One of the most important environmental factors that affect birds' migration patterns is wind. Vidal-Mateo et al. In their journal noted that birds must deal with the displacement caused by crosswinds, and their behavior can vary according to different factors, such as flight mode, migratory season, experience, and distance to goal areas. So, we know wind speed affects birds of prey migration. What we don't know is the magnitude of the effect of wind. This study was done to determine if wind speed affects the number of birds of prey present at the hawk watch site. In order to do this, we need to be able to calculate wind speed versus the number of birds seen every day in our data range. Our research question was, does wind speed affect the number of birds present at the Hawkwatch site at Wagner's Gap, Pennsylvania? We decided our hypothesis would be the month with the most birds will have the highest wind speed. We predicted that November would have the highest number of birds and theoretically the highest wind speed. Our objective was to find a correlation between wind speed and selected species of birds of prey present at the Hawkwatch site at Wagner's Gap, Pennsylvania.
So our results show that there is a correlation between the wind speed and the birds of prey we selected at Wagner's Gap, or birds of prey in general, actually. The four tables here describe is like a descriptive analysis of our selected birds from Wagner's Gap. Basically, just talks about the biodiversity of our birds per month in the 2020 fall season, starting from August to November. Our fifth table here is a correlation analysis, which describes the correlation. It explains whether the relationship exists between the wind speed and the birds of prey, which the table, if you look closely, does show that there is a relationship between the wind speed and the birds of prey. The graph just represents, like, illustrates the fifth table. So they're basically like a backup, like they back each other up.
Hi, I'm Justin. So first, I'm gonna discuss our methods, and we did this in a step-by-step format. So first, we selected a site, Wagner's Gap in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, on hotspot.org. Step 2, we decided on the research question. Step 3, we made a hypothesis based on the data we selected from the Hawkwatch site. Step 4, we collected data from August 2020 to November 2020 from our site and chose the 7 most abundant birds of prey species to research, and we calculated the average wind speed per month. Step 5, we calculated the mean, species richness, species abundance, similarity indices, standard deviation, and other analytical tests related to the diversity of our research site. And step 6, we created numerous graphs related to our research site's biodiversity. Discussion. I'm a figure 18, as Will pointed out. It's a scatter plot graph. It shows a high concentration of hawks between the 10 to 15 mile per hour wind speed range, which is interesting because it displays a direct link to our research question, and it helps us determine if our hypothesis was accepted or rejected.
Finally, we would like to acknowledge the many observers who collected the data for this experiment, and we would also like to acknowledge HawkCount.org for letting us use their data, and the Hampton University Department of Biological Science for the chance to conduct this research. This poster is supported by the National Science Foundation grant number 79 and so on, and all findings and opinions are our own and do not reflect NSF or Hampton University.